to watch the Buckeyes take on the number 14 Fighting Illini of Illinois. Good evening, everybody. Mike Patrick along with Dick Vitale. Great to have you with us for college basketball on ESPN. And tonight you're going to get a chance to see two of the truly great players in college basketball this year. One that almost everybody knows about and one that almost nobody knows about.
Mike, when we talk about Ohio State, they got the prolific scorer, Dennis Hobson, 36 and 35 in his last two outings against Iowa and Purdue. Versatile, exciting. I can't wait to see him perform. I've never seen Dennis play. They tell me he is a B-team player, and I just can't wait to see him. On the other side, you got Kenny Norman, a power forward deluxe, and many people say the best power forward of the senior class in America.
Should be an interesting game, as all of our Big Ten games have been. Ohio State and Illinois coming up live from Columbus. Let's go back to the studio and the birthday boy, John Saunders.
You weren't supposed to tell anybody. Now the secret's out. I'll be getting cards and letters all over the place. It will be number 14, Illinois, going up against Ohio State. That's the first game of our big Monday doubleheader. The second game from the Big East, Georgetown and Madison Square Garden to play the St. John's Redmen. Now, coming up at halftime, we will feature that outstanding forward of Ohio State, Dennis Hobson. He averages almost 30 points a game. We'll also preview that Georgetown-St. John's game, and we'll have all the scores from around the nation as you would expect. And we'll be going out to St. John's Arena in Columbus, Ohio in just a moment for college basketball and Big Monday. Stay with us.
Jack Rafferty proves you just can't tell.
The fellas that I work with are pretty perceptive. They don't miss too much. No one had picked up the fact that the gray was gone from my hair. It was that simple. No one realized I was using the Grecian Formula 16. It was so gradual. The Grecian has a natural look about it. It's not a dye, it's a clear liquid. The questions most asked by the fellas at work were, what are you doing? You working out? Are you losing weight? And unless I told them I was using the Grecian Formula 16, they never would have guessed.
Grecian Formula 16. You just can't tell who's using it.
You know, life's too short to worry about impressing other people. I mean, have you ever been really impressed by a person's credit card? What matters about a credit card is how it impresses me. MasterCard gives me what I want, and anything is possible. It goes where I want to go. Could be Timbuktu. When I want, day or night. Don't talk to me about impressions. Give me possibilities. MasterCard. Master the possibilities.
Chevrolet announces one of the biggest values in automotive history. A 6-year, 60,000-mile warranty on new 87 passenger cars, plus $1,000 cash back on new Cavaliers, Camaros, and 2.5-liter Celebrities. That's cash back on the best protected cars in Chevrolet's history.
Checking out McDonald's new double features. Playing for a limited time only. Double cheeseburger, double fries. Together or separate, too much. Double cheeseburger. It's back. 2 all-beef patties and a meaty roll. Plus double fries starring double the regular size order of fries and a hot performance. McDonald's double features. For a limited time only. Rated GG. Doubly good. I'll save you a seat.
ESPN's college basketball, Illinois at Ohio State, brought to you by Nike, by the heartbeat of America, today's Chevrolet, and by Budweiser, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you.
We're at St. John Arena in Columbus, Ohio, ready for Illinois and Ohio State. Let's get the starting lineups from public address announcer Ron Altoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ohio State University and its athletic department wishes to welcome to St. John Arena the basketball team from the University of Illinois. Introducing now the starting lineups for tonight's game. For the University of Illinois, at card number 21, a 6'4" junior from Highland Park, Michigan, Glenn Blackwell. For the Ohio State University guard, number 12, a 6-foot sophomore from New Concord, Ohio, Jay Burton. Lieutenant Senior from Peoria, Illinois, Tony Weisinger. For Ohio State guard, number 10 is 6 foot 1 inch junior from Akron, Ohio, Curtis Wilson. For the Fighting Illini at center, number 45, a 6 foot 7 inch sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, Lowell Hamilton. For the Buckeyes at center, number 41, a 6 foot 9 inch junior from Marion, Iowa, John Anderson. For the orange and blue at forward, number 33, a 6 foot 8 inch senior from Chicago, Illinois, Ken Norman. For the scarlet and gray at forward, number 44, a 6 foot 5 inch sophomore from Columbus, Ohio, Terry Princess. For Illinois at forward, number 22, a 6 foot 4 inch senior from Peoria, Illinois, Doug Altenberger. And for Ohio State at forward, number 42, a 6 foot 5 inch senior from Toledo, Ohio, Dennis Hudson. The coach of Illinois, Luke Henson. And the coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Gary Williams.
You've seen the coaches and the players. We'll be back with a tip-off between Ohio State and Illinois live from Columbus in a moment.
Patient dining table. Diagnosis, worn finish, no shine. Treatment, facelift.
Now there's a facelift for furniture. New Formby's Facelift, my secret for bringing dull furniture back to life. Facelift revives the shine without refinishing. In less than an hour, you can smooth away the wear and tear and lay down a bright new facelift finish that will shine for years to come. That's what Formby's Facelift is all about. Making your furniture look alive and beautiful again without major surgery.
Obviously, Illinois to win must control Hobson. They can't allow him to get one of those 35-point explosions. Doug Altenberger, great defensive player, will check him. On the other side, they got to handle Ohio State's pressure defense. And Ohio State to win must control Norman, number 1. They must control Weisinger in the open court. And they must get Hobson at least 20 to 25 shots, Mike, if they're going to have a chance here to beat Illinois, who's got an outstanding threesome when you're talking Altenberger, Norman, and Weisinger.
Hamilton at 6'7" will jump it against Dennis Hobson at 6'5", and Illinois controls the opening tip. Weisinger gets it over to Glenn Blackwell, the left-hander. Weisinger in conference games averaging 7 assists a game. This is Altenberger, came back off knee surgery. Great outside shooter and one of the premier defensive players in the country. Here's one of the premier offensive players, Kenny Norman.
Man-to-man defense right now by Gary Williams in his half-court game.
Norman right now being guarded by John Anderson. We expected Altenberger. Weisinger from outside. Loose ball picked up and saved by Illinois, but out of bounds. Good job by Blackwell, but he stepped on the end line.
Blackwell called for stepping on the line by Malcolm Hempel.
Francis will inbound the basketball, and you're getting a good look at Curtis Wilson.
He's a very quick player, Mike. He had a great game against Indiana when Hobson was out. He was electrifying.
There is Hobson. Great pass inside to Anderson.
He shows his versatility. An excellent pass. Look at the steal.
That's that pressure defense. Curtis Wilson, the man that picked it off. They get a chance to see Altenberger against Hobson.
They run a press very similar to Iowa. Use the whole court.
This time they'll go to Francis in the middle.
Here comes the full court trap. 1-2-1-1. They're a very aggressive team. They scrap and hustle, which is a trademark of Gary Williams.
They broke the press this time, and Blackwell will give it to Weisinger. 4-0 Ohio State. Opening moments of the ball game from Columbus. Ohio State has already beaten then #1 Iowa. Hamilton got it.
They're really wondering when he's going to become the kind of player that he's expected to be. He's got the great legs, the tremendous vertical jump, but doesn't rebound. A very soft player, very passive.
He's explosive in there, but they wonder if he has the strength in his hands and his arms to be able to rebound well enough right now.
He's got to like contact. He seems to shy away from really getting banged on the interior, but he's got the great legs, and you can't teach that.
Jumper by Francis. Got his own rebound. And it's stuffed that time. Here's the follow by John Anderson.
Anderson, a space eater, has got the big wide body. There's the press, the 1-2-1-1. They reverse the ball. There's the post-up move.
2-on-1 advantage, and Blackwell will pull up for the jumper. Got an air ball out of it. And here comes Jay Burson. Hobson. Rebound goes to Kenny Norman.
They run to designated spots in their transition game. Hobson running to the three-point line.
Hamilton with that turnaround jumper. Kept alive and kicked out. It's a 2-on-1 break. Wilson with the ball. Again, tries to get it to Hobson, and Hobson can't get the shot in. Excellent defense.
Well, he tried to make the spectacular play. Wilson should have driven the bounce pass.
Norman missed the shot. A few nerves out here. Hobson ahead of the pack, and he's fouled from behind. Foul on Weisinger.
Ohio State, a very exciting team to watch play. They use the entire core, great transition team, and they're doing it without a lot of size. There's Hobson with the catch. He's going to take it up strong. And there comes Weisinger from behind. Weisinger bangs him on the arm.
We're going to get Kendall Gill into the ball game for the first time. And he'll give Blackwell a breather at the 16:57 mark. Lou Henson may have to go deeper in his lineup than he normally does because Ohio State wants to run so much.
They use the entire court, and they wear you out. Also, Blackwell today at the shoot-around was very dizzy, had a stomach problem, and he's a player they need.
Hobson is Mr. Everything. The #2 scorer in NCAA basketball, averaging 29-9. He's the 4th leading rebounder in the Big Ten, 5th in steals.
He's #2 to Kevin Houston from out of West Point. Very versatile performer. Came out of Toledo, Ohio. There's that full court trap. That's the way to break it. Put out the reversal man, throw the diagonal pass.
It's 8-2, Ohio State. Weisinger and Gill in the backcourt. This is Altenberger. Ohio State pushing, pushing, pushing.
Good ball reversal. That's the way you want to move the ball against the sloughing, helping defense.
Altenberger is over on Burson right now.
Burson's an interesting story. The all-time leading scorer in the history of high school basketball.
Nice touch by Jerry Francis.
Francis, a very active player. Good movement without the ball by Jerry Francis. They don't have great size, but they scrap, and they really are an aggressive team, Ohio State.
We've hit the 6-minute mark, and it's 10-2. Ohio State over 14th-ranked Illinois.
They haven't been able to get a shot for Kenny Norman, the great power player inside. Anderson working defensively very hard on him.
Weisinger got a good shot and put it down. The senior from Peoria has his first 2.
He had 34 against Iowa in the open court. He's also had 3 dislocated shoulder problems, and I'll tell you one thing, he's a quick player who's a lead guard, Weisinger, an exciting player.
Set a screen for Hobson for a 3-pointer. Now he'll take it from 2.
He's got that magical way about him on the court, Mike. You just see star all over his body.
Dennis Hobson with 4, and it's 12-4 Ohio State.
He can score in so many different ways. Off the offensive boards, shoot it over the top of the defensive player. He's a driver. He scores off the steal defensively.
This is the way Gary Williams loves to play basketball.
He's an intense competitor. Came out of Boston College.
Hamilton's jumper won't go. Whistle, foul inside. It looks like it's going to be on Kendall Gill. His first and the team's second.
There's Lou Henson carrying his signs around with his different defenses and his offensive sets.
Right now, he'll have a chance to talk to his ball club because we've got a timeout. 15:01 left in the half. 12-4, Ohio State.
His first, team foul number 2.
Way to work, man.
Listen to the heartbeat.
Announcing the biggest savings ever on big Chevy pickups. Get an automatic overdrive transmission at no extra charge on Chevy half or 3/4-ton regular cab pickups. Plus, when you purchase specially equipped Chevy pickups, you get air conditioning or a V8 at no extra charge or Scottsdale trim at no extra charge. Get the biggest savings ever on new Chevy full-size pickups.
Chevy truck. This Bud's for all that you do.
Today, a landscaper. Tomorrow, a college student.
Yep.
Finally took your advice, Mike.
You taught him.
Already you're smart.
Oh, you knew. They say he's a lot like you. Yeah, you make America work, and this Bud's for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
To a future architect. And to a brother who made it possible.
This Bud's for you.
Here's a quick look at the Big Ten standings. Indiana now with control, at least temporarily, at 8-1. Here's the importance of the game for Illinois. They're tied for 4th. If they would lose tonight, they and Ohio State would be in 5th place.
Indiana also getting great performances as we look at the rest of the standings. Out of Dean Garrett now in the middle, and I think with the way he's coming on, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 5 block shots against Purdue. Indiana right now, especially with Kenny Smith out, is the best team in America.
A lot of people thought that Ohio State was going to finish anywhere between 8th and last in the Big Ten this year, and Gary Williams, I think, has done a great job in getting these players, not his players, to play his style and to play well.
You look at Gary Williams, certainly one of the intense guys in America. Lou Henson does a tremendous job, though, defensively with Illinois. They change right now, come out of the man-to-man and go to a 2-3 zone.
Burson from outside. The kid is quite a streak shooter.
He looks like he belongs in about the 6th grade. And here he is playing big-time college basketball.
He's only 152 pounds. Illinois quickly back the other way. Offensive foul on Ken Norman.
Lou Henson, besides himself, realizes right now the tempo is definitely Ohio State's way. Here we take a look right now at the defensive play. Defensive man is definitely stationary. Good call by the official.
It's 14-4 Ohio State. Good look at Ken Norman, senior out of Chicago. Consensus all Big Ten before the season. And there's the field goal shooting so far. Ohio State is hot.
Take a look at the zone defense right here. Actually, they're playing man-to-man with a lot of help right now. They come out of the zone.
Here's a great steal. Gill, nice move, and had it stopped. The block by Tony White is into the ballgame for the first time, and White will get the block. A couple of great moves by Gill, even to get the shot off.
Kendall Gill's an exciting athlete. He's from out of Rich Central High School, and he's just got tremendous quickness. He's going to spin. Watch number 13. It's going to be a little showtime now. He's going to run a spin move. He says, get out of my way, Curtis. He spins, he whirls, but here comes Tony White with the great angle for the block, but he makes contact with the body.
Gill's free throw is good. He'll get another. Gill is very, very fast, only averaging about 3.3 points a game in limited action so far this year.
He's a good shooter. He's an outstanding potential defensive player as well.
Gill hits again. 14-6 Ohio State over Illinois.
Ohio State's done a great job of neutralizing Kenny Norman. He has not been a factor. He hasn't really taken a shot yet, Mike.
Here's Hobson, and they're going to call Hobson for the travel, and the defense by Steve Bardo, the freshman out of Carbondale, Illinois.
You watch Hobson right now. He goes in offensive position. Bardo, the freshman, 6'5". He definitely lifted his pivot foot prior to putting the ball to the floor. You can't lift that pivot foot prior to releasing the ball to the net.
Bardo can play a guard or a forward spot. Gets it to Norman. Norman inside to Altenberger, who had it sealed off real well. And the foul is going to be on Burson. Burson at 152, no match for Altenberger if he can post him up at 200 pounds.
He fouled him before he was able to post him. But Altenberger right now, as you mentioned, Mike, should be an M&M or a mismatch down in the boxes inside. He had knee surgery, sat out last year. Altenberger was the best defensive player in the Big Ten 2 years ago. A blood and guts kind of player.
Kind of player any coach in the country would like to have. And when we saw him 2 years ago, he was one of the best in the country.
Oh, yes. Good night.
Great pass by Bardo, and Gill was right there.
Two freshmen hook up, two-man play, Gill to Bardo, Bardo to Gill rather for the easy slam jam banner.
Here come the Illini. They're down by 6 now at 14-8. Curtis Wilson, baseline drive, drops it off. Anderson.
Nice drive by Wilson. He's a creator. Played in high school with Jerome Lane at St. Vincent St. Mary's in Akron, and Lane right now one of the great rebounders in America for the University of Pittsburgh.
Anderson has 6 points. He only averages 6.3. They don't look to him for score.
Well, they're leaving him alone because of the presence of Hobson. He's definitely open.
Altenberger, excellent outside shot, buried that.
He's got great rhythm to his jump shot, an excellent stationary shooter. Catches, squares his body. I like Doug Altenberger. He's my kind of player.
Burson, even outside, really can't stay with him. Burson shooting over Altenberger this time. And Altenberger will come up with a loose ball. How many of those is he going to get? Almost all of them, right?
I'd get out of his way. I'll tell you one thing, Mike. He's got strong shoulders. His dad played for Illinois.
16-10. Illinois looking to cut the lead to 4. Hamilton, nice pass to Altenberger inside, and he's fouled.
It's going to be very difficult, I believe, for Gary Williams to stay in the man-to-man defense. I think he has matchup problems on the floor, Mike. Very difficult to match up with Altenberger as we look at Gary Williams.
Foul was on Burson, his second, and both of them have come when Altenberger took him inside. Burson has had some foul trouble this year. He's been fouled out of the ball game twice. Altenberger with 2 points.
It's amazing when you think of all the great scholastic stars in the state of Ohio. You think of the John Havliceks. You think of Bo Lamar. Bo Lamar, was he selfish when he played? When they,
a little.
When they faked the pass to him, he shot the ball. He went out to Lamar. But
and Burson outscored him, which is, it's hard to believe anybody would outscore Bo Lamar.
I know. It's unbelievable. The number of great players in the state. He's the all-time leader.
Hobson draws the foul. I'll tell you one thing. If you were on Bo Lamar's team, you didn't outscore him. Couldn't get the ball.
He's the only guy in America they faked the pass to him when he shot. As we took a look at Hobson along the baseline. Here's Hobson, goes between the legs, shows a lot of versatility. He can handle the ball. Great head fake, and he leans into the defensive player. Years ago, there was a player that got free like that on the baseline, played for Bill Foster at Rutgers by the name of Bobby Lloyd. Bobby Lloyd was an All-American, played with Jimmy Valvano in the same backcourt that went to the Final Four in the NIT, which was won by Clyde DeGlide, Walter Frazier, and the Salukis of Southern Illinois.
It's a great nickname, isn't it, Salukis?
The Salukis. I'll let you handle that one.
That's Yen Kuyava.
Jens Kuyava.
Kuyava, that's right.
I've been working on that one in front of my mirror.
It's out of Taylorville, Illinois, by the way of West Germany. Tough player inside.
They call that hairdo he's got on right now the fade when you look at Hobson's hairstyle.
What do they call that one?
I'll tell you what, this guy's a collegiate. His parents spent a lot of money to send him here. A real wacko.
Hits the second free throw. Hobson just rolling right along, and it's 18-11.
Gary Williams changes the rhythm of the press. He goes to a three-court press with Hobson at 6'5", 6'7" at the point of it, just to take Illinois out of the rhythm. Now to go to the zone, which I anticipated because of the matchup problems.
Bardo outside looking for Gill on another alley-oop. Thought better of it.
Gary likes to play that 1-2-2 zone.
Altenberger from downtown missed it. Gill with a rebound. Gill very active in there.
He's a great athlete. He can really bounce off the floor.
Rebounding has been a problem for Illinois.
Kuyava's been no factor inside as an offensive player, and he's not really an active rebounder. They're really disappointed with the progress thus far in Kuyava in his development.
Done a great job on Norman so far, haven't they?
They're really taking him out. He hasn't taken a shot yet.
Bardo cut off. Altenberger for three again. Got it. Doug Altenberger makes it an 18-14 ball game. 11-8 to go first half. Altenberger was 6.
What a positive force, both offensively and defensively, Altenberger.
Lomax into the game for the first time, handling the ball to Hobson. Altenberger with a loose ball rebound.
Jens Kiava kept that alive.
Sure did.
But sometimes that size can be very instrumental in assisting you. They don't even look into the big guy. He's got his big hands up.
Get it to him this time, and he just tries to pass it and threw it away. Wilson had it taken away from him. Norman really wants a shot, missed it, but he'll get the foul from Wilson.
That's the first shot thus far taken by Kenny Norman. Norman shot over 67% last year. Number 33. Tries to show some mobility off the dribble. He's worked on his ball handling. He's worked on his range as a shooter. He definitely gets cracked along the wrist.
Norman at the line, 72% free throw shooter. You know, he could be the first player ever under Lou Henson in Illinois to average more than 20 points a game. I thought that was a remarkable statistic.
Yeah, when you think of the 30 years of Lou Henson coaching basketball, certainly not 30, only 11 at Illinois, but they believe in great team balance.
Yeah.
They really move the ball around. They try to get everyone else involved in their offense.
Crowd chanting in the background, and Norman misses the second free throw, but it's tipped in by Bardo.
Bardo gives you great size as a guard, 6'5 and a half. His dad's a professor at Southern Illinois, and his brother initially went to Indiana before transferring to Citadel.
It's a one-point ball game right now. Wesson, number 43, is into the game. Pump fake there. Lomax, and Wesson threw it away. Kuyava has the loose ball, triple team, and here's the advantage for Illinois. 3-on-2. Weisinger. Norman inside to Altenberger.
Nice movement of the basketball, a simple triangle. They reverse the ball to the middle. Norman, not selfish at all, gives it to Altenberger for the easy layup. I like to see that. Most big-time scorers would have taken that immediately to the goal.
Altenberger has 8, and Gary Williams is going to get his starters back in there. His bench has hurt him so far. Francis comes outside to Hobson. This is Wilson. Francis again lost control of that one, fouled on the way up, and they'll get Bardo for his second person.
They've been rotating defenses. Lou Henson playing a zone, man-to-man.
Timeout on the court, a one-point game. Illinois with a lead.
ESPN Home Video presents Teaching Kids Basketball with John Wooden. In this 75-minute instructional video, UCLA's legendary Coach Wooden shares his unique method of teaching kids the fundamentals of basketball, along with his personal ideas for success in the game.
My definition of success is peace of mind, which can be attained only through self-satisfaction in knowing that you made the effort to do the best that you're capable of doing.
The training begins with demonstrations of the basics of passing, dribbling, shooting, and defense strategy, along with segments on injury prevention, conditioning tips, and drills for coordination. Throughout the training, Coach Wooden stresses the keys to success are individual skills and proper mental attitude.
It's a wonderful sport that they can enjoy and love just to play.
Teaching Kids Basketball with John Wooden can be yours for just $39.95. Order your copy today by calling 1-800-554-9000. Only from ESPN Home Video, the best in quality video cassette.
Francis just hit 2 free throws to put Ohio State back ahead, 20-19 with 9:35 to go in the first half. And there's a look at what Dennis Hobson is in the process of doing, and he has really been something for the Buckeyes.
He's been such an aggressive scorer. He has taken his program and made all the other players around him a lot better. And the amazing thing is, if you talk to some of the other kids at Ohio State, there's no envy at all. Many times when you get a prolific scorer and a guy getting a lot of ink and a lot of PR, everybody else feels a little bit funny about it. But these kids say, hey, let us get the ball to Dennis because he can carry us to the NCAA tournament.
Scored 29 points in his last 7 games, at least 29.
Watch these 3 seniors. They know how to play. Weisinger kicks it into Norman. Norman has the defense on him. Most big scorers would have forced that shot. That's a simple triangle. You see the triangle with the entry inside to Altenberger. Excellent play. Watch right here. They run a back screen. There goes Kendall Gill. He's from out of Matheson, Illinois. Rich Central High School. Great legs. Bardo makes the Beautiful pass. The two freshmen hook up. They've been a different team when Lou Henson made the substitution to get Bardo and Gill on the floor.
Hobson, so far, we'll keep you updated on him, has hit only 1 of 4 field goal attempts, but he's hit all 4 of his free throws and is in with 6 points.
Notice at 6'7", he plays the point. They try to split him. 2 against 1.
Blackwell, bad bounce pass, and it's intercepted by Jerry Francis.
That's a tough pass to handle, the way he drove that bounce pass to the deck.
That ball really hopped. It's like it hit something. Lomax gets it off to Burson.
He's a great shooter and catching the ball, leading. Excellent touch. You don't score as many points as he did in high school and not know how to find that net.
He's averaging 13 points a game as a sophomore here, has 4 tonight, and it's 22-19 Ohio State.
He's a great story for every little kid out there watching a guy with that kind of body playing in the Big Ten. There's the zone, 1-2-2. Gary Williams played this often at Boston College.
Burson's listed at 152 pounds. I bet he weighs 152 only if he's picking up your wallet.
Right, he's about 130. Maybe he should play tight end for Earl Bruce's Buckeyes.
Good pass inside to Norman, and he gets a little 4-footer.
Well, that's what happens with the zone defense. He can slide into open areas on the floor, and he's an excellent back-to-the-basket post-up player. I saw a great one yesterday, Armin Gilliam from out of UNLV, an excellent baseline power player.
Hobson for 3.
Just a matter of time. I'll tell you what, Mike. He looks so active. Put your 30 in the book right now. Don't waste time. Do me a favor. Write 31 in that book.
He's got 9 so far.
Just a matter of time. He's a born scorer.
25-21. Ohio State over Illinois. Boy, has he flourished under Gary Williams. Jumper by Hamilton won't go. Rebound goes to Francis. Actually had a great year a year ago.
Well, he hooked up with Brad Sellers. They won the NIT under Eldon Miller.
Good rebound inside by Anderson.
They play so hard. He really gets the maximum effort going. Listen to this place. Bruce Springsteen just came here. He's rocking and rolling. This is rock and roll time.
Anderson has 8 points. Ohio State's up by 6. Blackwell and Weisinger, 21 and 10 in the Illinois backcourt. Along with Bardo.
They're playing number 44, Francis, at the point of the zone. And that reminded me when he had Roger McCready over at Boston College.
Inside to Hamilton. Pretty pass.
He's got great legs. Hamilton sneaks behind the baseline, which can often happen against a zone defense.
Hamilton, who averages 11 points a game, has 4 so far. 7:05 to go first half. Ohio State over Illinois, 27-23.
Hamilton was a McDonald's All-American. He's on fire right now.
Hobson just so patient. Buries that jump shot. He's in with 11, already in double figures in the first half.
He's going to be a big-time NBA scorer out of that big guard slot. It's easier to score in the NBA for a guy like Hobson than it is here in college.
Weisinger had the man advantage pulled up ahead to Hobson, saved it, and slipped, and went down hard.
Let me explain as he's on the floor what I mean about the fact that it'll be easier for him to score. In the open court game with the 24-second clock, he would find it a lot easier than all the kinds of special defenses he faces on a collegiate level. He never got his rhythm here. The ball's thrown out, loses his balance, tries to pray to get it in. Looks like he's okay, not injured.
Well, we've got a timeout with 6:37 to go in the half. Ohio State by 6.
Listen to the heartbeat.
Chevrolet announces one of the biggest values in automotive history. A 6-year, 60,000-mile warranty on new 87 passenger cars, plus $1,000 cash back on new Cavaliers, Camaros, and 2.5-liter Celebrities. That's cash back on the best protected cars in Chevrolet's history.
Ooh, the heartbeat of America.
Chevrolet.
We know this is the winter of your discontent.
United, we are temptation.
Don't despair. United's got just what you need. A ticket to someplace else.
We are temptation. Take a winter vacation.
More low fares to more someplace else's than any other airline. Why fight it? Give in.
Give in to temptation.
Watch Watch Dennis Hobson use the screen right here. He's being played by number 35, Steve Bardo. Now here comes Hobson. Bardo stares. Look, freeze it. See Bardo, 35. He's staring at the ball. Now here comes the screen. Oh, that's perfect execution. He runs him right into the screen, and he's aware of that three-point line. He knows where he wants to spot up on the floor. He's got great range. Hey, look what's coming next. The Hoyas and St. John's. It'll be live and rocking and rolling. Carnesecca versus Thompson at the Garden. I want to get on a plane and get out there. You think I can make it?
I don't think. Well, you might make it by halftime. Number 10 against number 19. Altenberger tied up. And here comes Burson with a loose ball. Burson.
He's got that little leaner off the dribble.
Rebound to Norman. Saw a lot of little people around him and held up for Weisinger.
Take a look at the 1-2-2 zone. Now they have Tony White at 6'7" at the point, and then he'll sink inside. They're going to start finding some seams into Kenny Norman.
This is Kendall Gill. Air ball. Missed it badly. Outlet to Burson. One-on-one against Weisinger. Couldn't get it.
They got him for an offensive foul. Good call.
Looked like a good call, didn't it?
Jay Burson definitely left his feet. Was flying through the air. The defensive player was established.
That's number 3 on Burson.
Here goes Burson now. Look at this little guy. Little shake and bake. He stares at Weisinger. Weisinger says, no, baby. Look at Weisinger, number 10.
Good
Great
job.
defensive position. Burson looks at it, wants to do so, has number 3.
Burson has to sit down with 5:55 to go in the half. Scott Anderson, number 23, a junior out of Marion, Ohio, comes in for him.
There's the pressure. Hobson at the point. You want to split him. Notice how they split him with Gill and also with Weisinger.
And they beat the 10-second count.
When I say split, Mike, what you want to do against a one-man front, you put 2 against 1.
Weisinger into Norman. Great at that little turnaround jump shot. Didn't get the roll on this one. And there's going to be a foul, I believe, on Tony White over the back. But he's applauding. So it's going to go against Illinois, maybe Gill.
It was called on Kendall Gill.
That'll be his second.
The foul is on number 13, Kendall Gill.
So Ohio State gets the basketball back with a 6-point lead.
You know, Illinois, 15-5's had some real tough losses.
Oh,
they were up 22 on Iowa at home in a courageous comeback by the Hawkeyes. They were down 61-39 and left with the W.
They have lost 4 games to teams in the top 4 when they lost to them, and they've lost by a total of 8 points.
Now what a matchup. Altenberger against Hobson.
That's what we anticipated and had waited for. They get it inside to White. Oh, White's mugged. And this one's going to be on Altenberger.
I asked Hobson before the game, are you a little afraid of playing Altenberger with his great reputation? He said no. He goes down to the deck. It looks like he gets kicked right there. No one sees it. Certainly was accidental. Now he gets back up. Altenberger's going to attack now. Rotates over. Boom. Bangs him from the weak side.
White at the free throw line. Hits the first. 30-23.
You and I got such a kick as we look at Lou Henson coaching on the sideline. Did a great job at New Mexico State. They went to the Final Four in 1970. Little trivia. Who were the other 3? Jacksonville was one. St. Bonaventure without Bob Lanier and knee injury was the other. And the ultimate national champs.
UCLA.
Coached by Mr. Basketball, John Woody.
This is Hamilton.
I didn't give anybody a chance to think about it.
Jacksonville had Artis Gilmore and Pembroke Burrows in that crew that year. Wilson, bad pass.
Yeah, you don't want to throw that air ball in traffic. You want to use the bounce ball.
Just got caught up in the air. And the fans really enjoying this style of basketball.
You know, Hobson's numbers would even be higher than 29-point average, but he had 4 points against Indiana when he had the stomach flu.
Right.
Didn't play a great deal.
Anderson into the corner to White. Sort of a sent shot and swish.
Look at the one-hand shot. There's a look at the zone trap. 1-2-1-1.
And they are pumped up in Columbus.
It really developed an excitement here that was really missing. Gary Williams has brought a charisma to this place. Listen to it.
And he loves to hear it. Altenberger for 3. In and out. Norman had a hand on it, but it was knocked away by Scott Anderson. And here comes Wilson for 3. Holy cow.
This place is really emotional. Good timeout by Illinois.
They're shaking the building as Ohio State has taken a 13-point lead.
Chevrolet announces one of the biggest values in automotive history. A 6-year, 60,000-mile warranty on new 87 passenger cars, plus $1,000 cash back on new Cavaliers, Camaros, and 2.5-liter Celebrities. That's cash back on the best protected cars in Chevrolet's history.
Charlie, give me a light. Charlie, a Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Give me a light. Bud Light. Hey, thanks.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Can I have a light? Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
Watch the fast break right now. This is the transition game. Ball comes off. Here comes Curtis Wilson. He pushes it up the floor. Freeze it right there. Notice Hobson on the right. Run into a designated spot. One step in from the sideline. And now freeze it again. Notice Hobson again on the right. And you notice Wilson pushing it up. Freeze it. And there he is at the three-point line. Drills the jumper. Hobson freeze. Hobson in great offensive rebound position in a right, left-hand partying screen.
Stay with us at halftime. Coming up, we'll have our studio host, John Saunders, with all the scores and highlights. Update you on everything. It's 36-23 right here. Plus, of course, a preview of St. John's and Georgetown, the game that follows this game live. The individual matchup in points between Hobson and Norman. Hobson with 11, Norman with 3 so far.
There's that constant pressure, a la Iowa. Remember one thing, Gary Williams was hired initially in college by Dr. Tom Davis at Lafayette. Then he brought him with him over to Boston College.
Blackwell, his three-pointer won't go. All the loose balls are going to Ohio State, and Altenberger commits his second personal foul.
Good things happen to teams that play aggressive basketball. Williams and Dr. Tom Davis have very similar philosophies, and they're going to be great assets to the Big Ten Conference with the exciting play that they're bringing to Iowa and Ohio State.
That's 2 on Altenberger. Bardo has 2 coming off the bench.
Mike, I'm having all kinds of problems here. I'm trying like heck to hear you, to hear myself back on my mic, and I can't hear a thing. This place is bedlam.
Makes it a little tough. The kids right behind us are having a great time.
You know, he quit basketball at age 14. He got tired of the game. He was burnt out, and he really loves cars. He became an unbelievable mechanic. And finally, his brother said, hey, wait a minute. You got a lot of talent, big fella. We want you back in the gym. And he went back and became an outstanding player at Boucher High School in Toledo and really wanted to stay at home. So that's why he stayed here at Ohio State. Was recruited by Eldon Miller, now at Northern Iowa.
It's 37-23. Ohio State over 14th ranked Illinois. Weisinger looking inside. Gets it to Hamilton under a lot of pressure, and he hit it.
He has a lot of potential. I think he can be an excellent player if he develops the mental toughness and the desire to want to be a player and get a little bit tougher physically and really bang on the glass. He doesn't rebound enough for a guy with his great legs. Low Hamilton.
Hobson takes a lot of pride in his passing. That one got knocked away and intercepted. Once again to Hamilton. Somebody got a piece of that one. Altenberger with a rebound.
Altenberger, again, my kind of player. Aggressive, tough, hard-nosed. Unfortunately, he had that knee operation.
Kuyava with a hook shot. Anderson with a rebound.
Ohio State's a very quick team. They're constantly putting pressure on you by running the ball up the court.
Wilson fouled by Weisinger. That's 2 on Weisinger.
Oh, I thought they had a 5-second violation. He was being harassed defensively, but then he reached in.
The foul is on number 10.
Weisinger goes to the sideline talking to the Illinois coaching staff.
Lou Henson's numbers over the last few years have been amazing. We talked about 22 and 10 last year, 26 and 9 as Norman comes back on the floor, 26 and 5 in 1984, and I really believe they might have headed out to Seattle in the Final Four if they didn't have to play Kentucky at Rupp Arena in a regional final, which I think is a no-no, and I was glad to see the committee has wiped that out, that you can no longer play in a regional at your home. Look at Benson right here.
473 career wins. This free throw won't go. West kept it alive, but it's pulled down by Steve Bardo.
Henson's clubs over the last 6 years, 5 of the last 6 years defensively, have been really near the top in almost every category in the Big Ten.
Weisinger out of the corner.
Good shooter. He's more than just a point guard. He's a lead guard. He thinks score and he can score.
Ohio State carrying the rebound battle to Illinois, 16-10. That's been one of the Illini's problems this year with all their talent. They have not been a great rebounding team outside of Ken Norman.
They've been a very poor rebounding club.
Norman averages 9.8 rebounds. He gets his share and more.
Altenberger matching up on Hobson. What an interesting matchup. Look at these two. Defensive player of the year 2 years ago against the offensive player of the year this year.
Hobson didn't even move, and this foul is going to be on John Anderson reaching up there. Hobson figured maybe that was his best opportunity against Altenberger. He's not going to come out to 24 feet.
He shoots right over the top of the defense. That's one of his great assets. He has the ability to get that off. And I know the pro scouts. Marty Blake told me yesterday that it's an M&M or a mismatch between Hobson and anybody else at the second guard spot coming out next year in terms of the senior class.
And he's developed some range on the shot that really helps him. Because outside now, they can't leave him alone.
Here's Francis at the point, deflects the ball. One of the keys, the fact they had to neutralize Norman, and they've done that here in the first half, Mike.
They've done a great job on him. Hamilton got the roll.
He's playing on the offensive end, and he's very intelligent in that he doesn't put the ball to the deck. He catches it, bounces off the floor, and scores. Now he has to assert himself on the defensive end.
Hamilton has 8. This is Francis. His turnaround jump shot way short. And Illinois can hold for the last shot of the half.
Hamilton came down with that rebound. Got to watch here if I were Ohio State for a three-point attempt by Altenberger.
And they want to hold it for the last shot, trailing 38-29. They'll go down no worse than 9 behind. The shot clock, that's the game clock that you're seeing.
Remember now with the new rules, the defense does not have to come out. And also the offense, even though they're behind, no longer do they have to push and play with the 45-second clock. The rules have been changed.
Norman in the lane, lost it on the way up, saved. Norman got his hands on the tip again, had 2 shots at it, and Ken Norman really upset with himself, unable to get the ball in the hole at the buzzer.
He hasn't been impressive at all here in the first half. Norman hasn't been very active. There's number 33. They neutralize it. The story of the first half. Kenny Norman, the electrifying player, has been unable to do the job offensively.
Ken Norman, who averages 21.8 points a game, has only been able to score 3. The effort is there, but he hasn't been able to get it down. We're at the half in Columbus, Ohio. Ohio State 38, Illinois 29. Let's go back to the studio and John Saunders.
And you can certainly see the influence of first-year coach Gary Williams as the Ohio State Buckeyes running up and down the floor. They have a 9-point lead at the half here on Big Monday. Coming up at halftime, we will feature Dennis Hobson. You saw him in the first half for the Buckeyes. He's an outstanding scorer. We'll take a look at Hobson and hear from him as well. We'll have a live report from Madison Square Garden where the Georgetown Hoyas are set to go up against St. John's and scores from around the nation. So stay with us. It's a 9-point Ohio State lead over top of the Illini. We'll be right back. We're just about ready to go back to Columbus, Ohio, so stay with us. ESPN's college basketball. Let's go to Mike Patrick and Dick Vitale. Illinois trailing the Ohio State Buckeyes.
We're in Columbus, Ohio, where the Buckeyes lead the Fighting Illini 38-29. Welcome back to St. John Arena. Mike Patrick and Dick Vitale. And Dick, I think the story of the first half was the fact that Hobson had 12 and Norman was held to 3.
Well, they really neutralized him on the interior. He was unable to get the ball inside. Norman's got to be a little bit more active. We take a look at Hobson showing some great versatility. Look at him moving without the ball. He's going to set up his defensive player by running Bardo right into his screen. He has awareness of where the three-point line is, squares his body, and he drills the J. Now we take a look at Norman trying to get free inside, number 33. He tries to post up. They really surround him like 4 guys around him, so they've done a great job of containing Norman. The ball pops out to the corner, but the bottom line is they've been able to keep the ball out of the hands of Norman. And then the third factor, Mike, a tremendous offensive job in execution by Ohio State. Look at the ball movement. Great ball reversal. They swing it side to side. They dump it down inside to the big space eater, Anderson. He ultimately gets the free shot. Just a tremendous, I thought, performance by Ohio State in the front court.
Now, I can understand why Norman couldn't get the ball against a good man-to-man defense, but against the zone, shouldn't he have had the ball more?
Well, they definitely have to have a better perimeter game. The zone is able to collapse a little bit on Norman. Altenberger and Norman aligned together on the same side of the floor could create some problems, I believe, for Ohio State, because we got to come out and check Altenberger. That'll open up that passing lane inside to Mr. Norman. I look for him to have a big second half. I think we're going to have a wire-to-wire game.
Let's take a look at the halftime stats and see what they tell us here in Columbus, Ohio. And you see the field goal shooting. Ohio State doing a great job in the first half. They've had some good shots to work with, 57%.
Well, they were able to get some easy baskets also in terms of transition, and that certainly builds up your offensive average.
3-point field goal, Ohio State 2 out of 5, Illinois 1 out of 4.
Altenberger could be a factor there ultimately.
Free throws, a 6-point difference as Ohio State has hit 10 out of 12. That is 83%.
They've been able to go inside, and if you go inside and take the ball to the goal, you're definitely going to have more opportunities.
Rebounds, Ohio State by 1 over Illinois, 16-15. It's been an Illini problem. The turnovers just about even in the first half. And the points off turnovers, Ohio State, at least early with those presses, really bothered Illinois.
I really think the pressure has bothered them in the fact that it's taken Illinois away from its rhythm offensively. And as we look at St. John Arena, this place has become a rocket and rolling place. These fans go absolutely bananas. They love basketball. Forget about football. Earl Bruce, forget about football. It's a myth that they play football at Ohio State. This is basketball country.
I'm Bobby Valentine, manager of the Texas Rangers, owner of this restaurant, and fan of Sports Illustrated.
And I'm Terry Forster, well-known baseball pitcher, food connoisseur, and sports fan.
Well, I'd like to tell you, and all you fans, what you get if you order Sports Illustrated now.
And right now, I'd like to order some more nachos. Waitress.
If you order Sports Illustrated now, you not only get the best in weekly sports coverage, you get the big baseball preview issue, a great inside, entertaining look at the players and the teams.
Looks great, Bobby. Could you pass the salt? More fries, please.
If you order now...
I just did.
If you order now, you also get the famous annual swimsuit issue. It's a beautiful look at what's new on the beach this year.
Does it come with a salad?
No, Terry, it comes with great savings. Over 50% off the cover price.
Over 50% off? Wow, I'm going to have to try that.
Just call this toll-free number now and save on 27 issues at the low basic rate, payable in 3 monthly installments of only $9.79 each. Or, if you prefer, use your credit card.
I thought you were buying. What's for dessert?
You'll eat this up, Terry. Included with the baseball preview, you'll get this handy Major League Baseball schedule free. Plus, this video classic, NFL Crunch Course. It's free with your paid subscription. You get 43 minutes of football's greatest hits from NFL films. It'll knock you over. It's a great gift, and it's free.
Free, huh? I like that.
With Sports Illustrated, you get a lot to like. All you want, with a variety of sports and one-of-a-kind, colorful coverage of all of your favorites. So you get a lot more sports to enjoy, and you get it all in color. Every page, every week.
So if I call now, I save over 50%, get the baseball preview and swimsuit issue, plus this free schedule and free Crunch Course video?
That's right, if you call now.
Could I have a phone, please?
ESPN viewers call 1-800-525-5300.
Sports Illustrated? I'd like to order everything on the menu. Bobby, could you please pass me the swimsuit issue?
ESPN's college basketball, Illinois at Ohio State, brought to you by McDonald's. It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's. By True Value Hardware, More than just a name, it's their way of doing business.
Ready to go with the second half of play. Ohio State leading Illinois 38-29.
Jay Burson coming on the floor. Hey, I better tell all the serious Buckeye fans, you know, I was kidding about football being a myth. Some people might take that very serious in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, football's the name up here, but Gary Williams has really got them pumped up about basketball. There's a good look at Gary, and you saw what they've done when they're leading at the half 11-0, and they've played some great teams.
He took Boston College to the Sweet 16 on 2 occasions, his first year and his third year. Michael Adams, Jay Murphy, and they played brilliant pressing basketball.
Burson back in there is working with 3 personal fouls. Get the ball to Hobson in the middle. Here comes Weisinger. It's a 1-on-2, and he'll wait for help.
Weisinger, very heady play, intelligent little floor leader, quick as a cat.
Norman, good pass into Altenberger in the middle. Now they get it over to Hamilton. And Hamilton has been the offensive star for this ball club. He's got 10 points.
He was a great high school player out of Providence St. Mel High School in Chicago, Illinois. It was in a smaller division, the Class A division, but he was a big-time recruit. He was definitely a prime-time player in high school and a McDonald's All-American.
Off-balance shot by Wilson. Under some pressure, Pardo with a rebound.
Pardo's going to be a good player, 6'5", a freshman, gives you great versatility. Look at that size.
End-to-end shot wouldn't fall for him. Got his own rebound, tried it again and missed, and a good rebound by Francis.
Jay Burson, would you believe it? That kid scored 2,900 points in high school right here with the ball. Averaged 40 points a game for 2 years, scored over 50, number 12.
It's amazing, 2,900 points.
That's amazing. 927 his senior year.
Hobson from downtown.
Hobson says, get out of my way, baby. Nobody can stop me but myself.
He has 15, averaging 29-9.
I mean, I love Dennis Hobson, but Lou Henson might have gotten a little carried away as we look at a block.
Collision there, and the foul is going to go against Francis. It's his first. And it looked like may have gotten away with an elbow, as Gary Williams is indicating.
We went to lunch today, and Gary Williams, he was really bothered by all these people for autographs. Quite a few elderly ladies came over and said, Mr. Williams, can we please have your autograph? He said to me, it was never like this in Boston.
And the young women, of course, were coming up to you.
Oh, they all came to me, naturally.
Sure.
They like my waves.
This is Altenberger. Looking inside, goes Norman, just kicks it right back out. Weisinger, top of the circle shot, very popular.
That's the unique ability that he possesses. He has the range as an excellent shooter, and he's a penetrator as well.
Hobson, a little one-on-one, couldn't control it, and kicks it back out to Burson.
Altenberger leaning all over him, laying his body on him, but he said Doug Lee tried the same thing from out of Purdue, and he lit him up for like 35 big ones.
Wilson running one-hander won't go. Whistle, another foul inside, and this one is going to be on Norman, who has the foul call on him flat on his back.
I would take Kenny Norman out of the game for about 30 seconds. He's a little bit frustrated right now. Kenny obviously is a great talent and a tremendous player. If you look at his career, we're not seeing the real Ken Norman right now.
That's right. We are seeing the real Dennis Hobson, however. And that's why Ohio State is up by 8 with the basketball.
Look, he's facing Altenberger with a great defensive stance and a tenacity on him.
Here's a loose ball steal by Norman.
Norman wants it back.
Weisinger goes the other way. They don't get the basket, but they'll have the foul on John Anderson quickly. He picks up his second. Good fast break by Illinois.
I thought Lowell Hamilton, with his great legs, should have just taken that immediately to the goal with a slam jam bammer. Weisinger had Norman to the left, but he decided to go to the right.
And Gary Williams uses one of his own timeouts, not a television timeout. He wants to talk to his club. They're up by 8.
This is Lou with the movie review, checking out McDonald's new double features. Playing for a limited time only, double cheeseburger, double fries. Together or separate, too much. Double cheeseburger, it's back. 2 all-beef patties and a meaty roll. Plus double fries starring double the regular size order of fries and a hot performance. McDonald's double features, for a limited time only, rated GG, doubly good. I'll save you a seat.
Commitment, experience. It all comes together when you work with the best. Master Mechanic tools, only from True Value Hardware stores. At the Indianapolis Speedway or in your own garage, they're backed by True Value Hardware stores' commitment, experience, and exclusive customer satisfaction policy. Master Mechanic tools, exclusively from True Value Hardware stores and home centers.
It's the dawn of a brand new day.
Introducing new Sunspray Coast. Same great Coast lather, but a whole new scent.
Cause Sunspray picks you up in a brand new way. Like the fresh, clean feeling of a brand new day. Coast picks you up and makes you feel alive. Yeah, Coast, feel alive with Coast.
New Sunspray Coast and invigorating regular Coast too.
Mondays are great nights on ESPN. We've got another big basketball doubleheader for you a week from tonight. 11th-ranked Syracuse against the 13th-ranked Panthers of Pittsburgh. And Dick Vitale and I will be right back here in Columbus, Michigan State, against Ohio State as the Buckeyes continue to try to move up in the standings in the Big Ten. A win tonight puts them in the tie for 4th place.
Their goal ultimately is to get a bid. And I really believe when you look at the Big Ten Conference, 6 teams are going to deserve a bid from the Big Ten. I really believe Ohio State will ultimately earn a bid. They've beaten Kansas this year. They've beaten Florida, Jacksonville. You add Iowa to that. They've beaten some very, very fine basketball teams.
Hamilton, only a 56% free throw shooter on the year. Hit the first, made the second.
He's got a nice touch. He's got great legs. He's got good body. He's just got to have a little bit more dedication to the game, a little bit more desire. And I really believe he can have a bright, bright future.
Illinois has climbed within 6. Anderson into the middle. Francis goes up with the shot. Got the foul before he put it up. Lou Henson doesn't like the call.
The foul is on number 33, Ken Norman.
The foul was on Ken Norman. That's his 3rd. And there's Lou Henson's record, lifetime against the Buckeyes.
Kenny Norman averaging over 21 points a game has really been ineffective here tonight.
Francis with a turnaround jump shot.
He reminds me of Roger McCready, who played at Boston College on the offensive end as well as the defensive end. Big, wide body, post plays on the inside.
Great pass by Altenberger ahead to Norman. The shot wouldn't go for him. And Ken Norman is just having a terrible time on offense. Quickly the other way, Burson, and it partially blocked by Bardo. Great job by Bardo.
Tremendous offensive transition, though, by Ohio State that came out empty.
Hamilton's jumper won't go. What a rebound by Hobson.
That's a big-time rebound from the guard spot. Excellent pass also.
Jumper by Francis won't go. And Gary Williams did not like, I don't think, his club's shot selection the last couple of times.
I think both clubs got to start to realize they got a star on the floor, and the ball's got to go either to Altenberger or to Norman. And on the other side, Hobson's got to get a few more shots.
Norman trying to get his jumper there. It won't go. Altenberger crashing the boards. But the rebound goes to Illinois, and here comes Person again.
Count it. Count it. Oh, Jay, made me look bad.
Boy, he was way short on that jumper. Here comes Weisinger pushing it up the other way.
See, Norman's not active right now. He's not really posting, really fighting for position offensively.
Altenberger backed up to get a three-point shot. Illinois is getting its hands on a lot of balls, but they're not holding it. Person, basket clears, and he gets the foul.
Jay Person, 927 points as a senior, averaged over 40 points a game. What a story this kid is. Look at his body, and he doesn't belong. Excellent pass by Wilson. Here comes the little guy, 135 pounds. He said, get out of my way. He lays it off the glass, and they're rocking and rolling. And I love the excitement here at St. John Arena. They're in foul trouble now with Weisinger with 3, with Norman with 3.
And they've taken Greg Norman out of the ball game. Phil Coons, number 44, is checked in for the first time. Norman has still been held to 3 points.
I've never seen a guy with his reputation and all the great adjectives we've heard to describe him be as inactive as he is on the inside. He's not really moving at all to get free for the ball.
Dangerous pass. They get it to Coons. Now back to Altenberger. It's 46-35. It's been Ohio State in control the entire way.
In this league, you better win on your own living room floor, Mike, because it'll be very tough to win up in Champaign.
Hamilton got it.
Oh, Hamilton showing that he can score along that baseline. What a nice touch.
Without him, they're really in trouble. Hamilton has 14. Hobson against Altenberger, and Altenberger's done a good job on him in the second half.
Yeah, he's trying to deny the ball, fight him to position.
This is White into the game for the first time to Burson. Hobson, 19-footer won't go. Bardo with another rebound. Good-looking young player.
I really like him because he rebounds from the guard spot. He gives you versatility in the back.
6'5" freshman out of Carbondale. Gives it up to the senior out of Peoria, Weisinger, and now Altenberger.
I wonder if Blackwell is sick. He was sick in practice. He had some big games this year at Blackwell. 28 and 24 against Michigan and Michigan State.
Weisinger left open, missed a shot. Bardo kept it alive and pulled it down.
Bardo getting a lot of QT, a lot of quality time here. Blackwell normally plays that wing out of Highland Park, Michigan.
If he plays this way, Dick, he's going to get a lot more time.
Blackwell must be a good player, though, Mike. You scored 28 and 24 against Michigan and Michigan State.
He sure is.
You're a pretty good player.
Good pass to Weisinger. Good pass to Coons.
What a play by Weisinger. He created that opportunity for Coons on the inside. 6'8", big and strong.
They've cut it to 7, 46-39 with 14:07 to go in the ball game.
I think Lou Henson's made an excellent coaching decision, taking Norman out for a few minutes.
A player that is as good as Ken Norman can really get frustrated. Scoring only 3 points, has had some good shots, hasn't been able to hit them. There's a great feed inside, and excellent defense to keep John Anderson from scoring. Bardo will bring it up.
Quins is a power player, 6'8". He's a freshman out of Carlisle, Illinois. Big possession right here. They got to get some offensive efficiency out of this set. They're going to run Altenberger off the screen, trying to get him the ball or post him against Hobson.
Weisinger had the pass knocked away. White stole it and got it back in. Great job by White.
Not a good decision offensively. Altenberger was posted up on the other side. They never went to him.
Hobson trying to fight his way through defense. What a pass to White. Let's see if it counts. No, he traveled.
Hobson got away with a spectacular pass.
Yes, he did.
But I don't know how good of a pass it was. He throws it right through traffic right here. I mean, Hamilton, it goes right by him. They get a little dance, a little disco. Jim Bain with the call. Walk-in violation. White can't believe it, but I think it's a good call.
I think you may have described it better than I did. A spectacular pass rather than a good one, because where White got it, I don't think he wanted it. Hamilton to Coons. Coons is fouled before the shot. And it's going to be on Dennis Hobson. It's his first.
There's something about the intensity and the electricity of a Big Ten game this year. Mike, you and I certainly have enjoyed some real major battles, but there's that special feeling in all the arenas throughout the Big Ten. These teams really flat out come after each other. They go after the jugular.
It's so much fun when you've got this much talent spread among this many teams in one conference. You know every game's going to be a war.
Also, the fans make it fun because of the excitement that they generate. As we look at the 1-2-2 zone now with White at the point. Now he sinks inside, the big fella, number 20. So he becomes a 2-3 when he sinks in when the ball goes to the side.
Hamilton in the lane where he's been all night long.
Lowell Hamilton playing like a star right now. Gives a little glance over to the sideline, says, Kenny Norman, come out and join me. Let's take this club in Ohio State.
Hamilton has 16 points, and the Buckeyes only lead by 5. And we've got another foul inside as Hobson drove to the bucket, and Hamilton took a whack at it.
You look through the Big Ten, and I know a lot of people feel Hobson probably is the best player in the league right now. As we look at Altenberger. He's denying him the ball, number 22. He's shadowing. Look, he's going to chase. He fights right over the screen. Hobson tries to post inside. He loves to really hang in the air and draw that contact. My choice, please don't tell the people in Ohio State, I'm going to whisper this. My choice still remains Steve Alford as the player, the best player in the Big Ten and the country. I'm not saying he's the best talent, but the other day he gets 31 big ones. He rips off about 13 at a crucial stage in that Indiana game with Purdue. And I really believe he's the reason Indiana is one of the top teams in the nation.
I agree with you. Hobson scores again. He has 17 points. But, you know, talking about Altenberger, you know what Altenberger did to Alford, held him to 10 points.
Yeah, he contained him. He really did. As we look at Hobson taking a little breather right now, he'll stay on that bench for about 30 seconds, and Williams will say, get back out there and earn that scholarship.
He sits down at the 12-15 mark with Ohio State up by 7. Altenberger maintained control. And Altenberger and Francis exchange a forearm on the way by.
Altenberger's not going to back down from anywhere.
Not hardly. Weisinger. Pretty shot.
I really like Tony Weisinger. He's had unfortunate luck with his shoulder injuries that he's had throughout his career. He's had 3 of them, 3 major setbacks.
Wilson gets it to White. Now back to Lomax into the ball game. First time in the second half.
Lomax started 27 games last year, so he's got a lot of experience as a player.
Wesson, number 43, also in there. Remember the first half when Gary Williams got to his bench, he got hurt.
He doesn't have depth. That's one of his problems. Depth and a lack of size. They're a very quick team. See, they're not even playing Wesson right now.
Shot clock is down to 11 seconds, and Wilson pops. Well, that was not a great-looking offensive series, but Wilson made it worthwhile.
Curtis Wilson was brilliant when Hobson was out against Indiana. He was absolutely electrifying on national television. They go to a half-court trap, then they fall back. They never allow you to get into a rhythm offensively.
Tony Weisinger with an excellent ball game so far for Illinois. He's got 8 points and 5 assists. Going for more. Missed that shot. Altenberger offensive rebound.
Most rebounds come off to the weak side. Altenberger, a very heady, smart player, anticipates the long rebound.
Altenberger wants his shot. Good baseline drive. Wouldn't fall for him, but it's tipped in by Hamilton.
Lowell Hamilton, if he can start getting on the glass and become the Windex man, he's got to get tougher. He's got to want it more. I'm going to preach. I hope he hears my comments because I think he can be a star player.
He has 18 points. Francis bounced that one off his own foot.
Look at Hamilton right now, number 45. He's got great legs. He jumps about 42 inches vertically. He smells this deuce. There he is from Providence St. Mel from out of Chicago, Illinois. And the deuce is counted.
It's a 6-point game. Back after this.
Patient dining table. Diagnosis, worn finish, no shine. Treatment, facelift.
Now there's a facelift for furniture. New Formby's Facelift, my secret for bringing dull furniture back to life. Facelift revives the shine without refinishing. In less than an hour, you can smooth away the wear and tear and lay down a bright new facelift finish that will shine for years to come. That's what Formby's Facelift is all about. Making your furniture look alive and beautiful again without major surgery.
Once upon a time, millions of us roamed the bathrooms of America.
We're bull shavers, convinced we had to use shavers with all kinds of expensive extras.
But we don't pay an arm and a hoof anymore, 'cause us bull shavers are becoming
Bic shavers. Bic gives us an extraordinary shave at an extraordinary price, without bells or whistles. To pay more makes you, well, bullheaded. Try the Bic for normal or sensitive skin, and you too will have a beef.
With bull, baby.
We're going to show you Clinic 101 on how to run the transition game. We're going to take a look at it. It comes off the rebound. There's possession, Wilson. Now here he is flying up the court. Freeze it. He centers the ball. We have a guy on the left and a guy on the right. Now he's going to push it up. Freeze it. And now he's looking. The defense is coming back into a tandem. Altenberger and Weisinger. Freeze it. And there is Burson. He's filling the lane. He's on the right. Burson catches the bounce pass. Defense reacts to the ball. Slow getting over. Excellent call. A block by Winter. Count the basket. Jay Burson knows how to score.
10-19 to go in the ball game. 6-point lead for Ohio State. Here's the field goal percentage. Way down for both clubs in the second half.
Well, it's because there's so much physical contact. Both these clubs get after each other, and it's very difficult to hit the shot in an open situation.
Ken Norman back in the ball game for the Illini. Hobson back for the Buckeyes. Norman with only 3 points tonight. His low for the season was against Michigan State when he had 11. And they need his offense.
That was a good substitution because he was able to get the TV timeout. He only missed a minute of playing time. Gary Williams with Hobson. Give it off. He should have given it off.
Hobson will pull up and missed it.
Should have given the ball up and gone without it, Mike.
Good job by Hamilton, who's having a big night.
Yeah, he's really playing well. I thought Wimp Sanderson was one of the all-time crybabies in coaching. Every time I see Wimp, he never has any talent from Alabama. But I met his match today. Lou Henson, he said, we don't have this and we don't have that. I said, hey, Lou, don't tell me you don't have anything next year with Marcus Liberty and Nick Anderson and Kenny Battle. What a host of great ones coming in.
Weisinger for 3. Hey, don't let him tell you didn't have anything this year either. Got some great talent out there. 11 for Weisinger, and it's a 3-point game.
Weisinger, Altenberger, and Norman know how to win, and that's the key. Weisinger reads the defense, and he drills it right over the top.
Well, the crowd really has been quiet in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I know. I've been able to hear you, Ben.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse.
No, that's a blessing. Believe me, you're a talent.
This is Wilson over Weisinger. Norman, big rebound.
Kenny Norman, one of the great rebounders in America, both on the offensive, defensive boards. They got to get him on track now and try and find Kenny Norman. They're going to need him at stretch time.
The average is 21.9 points a game. He has 3.
Approximately 10 rebounds a game.
Altenberger to tie it. The three-pointer by Altenberger, and it's 51 apiece.
Three-pointer's been a great friend of Illinois here now. With Altenberger and Weisinger, 2 possessions, 6 points.
Altenberger has 11. This is Lomax.
He's also done a good job neutralizing Hobson.
White. Got it to Hobson.
Well, see, now they've rotated on Hobson. Look at this. They got Bardo checking Hobson right now.
White just inside that 3-point line. And Tony White out of Pataskala, Ohio, has 6 points.
He's a pretty good shooter, excellent transition player, and he's giving him some positive play off that bench.
Norman. And Bardo will set it up. You see Lou Henson holding up the signs on the sideline.
Those are his offensive sets. Judd Heathcote used to do that at Michigan State as well.
Tried to get it into Hamilton. Not a good pass by Weisinger, but Altenberger somehow came out with it and tipped it out to Bardo.
Bardo's been a steady performer, played 36 minutes against Arizona, only had 2 turnovers.
Hamilton clobbered.
He got fouled out for it.
Oh, White nailed it. It's 2 on Tony White. Watch him bring the arms sideways.
20, Tony White.
Ball gets dumped down inside. There goes Hamilton. He gets sandwiched right there by White and Hobson.
I think they had to block if he doesn't come down with that arm. What always used to be referred to as hacking.
Hacking. Typical Big Ten finish. This is going to go right down to the wire.
Hamilton with 18 points tonight. Great job by the sophomore from Chicago.
Statistically, not a good free throw shooter, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with his free throw mechanically. I watched him in practice today. He's got good rotation. He's got the long arms.
Trying to tie it at 53 with his 20th point. Missed that one, but kept alive.
Kenny Norman, the snake, with a big, big rebound. They call him the snake because he really knows how to coil inside.
Weisinger to Hamilton.
He's playing on the perimeter.
Weisinger for 3.
Oh, he's got the rhythm right now. He's just squaring that body. He's catching the ball, and he's delivering it.
Weisinger, who averages 11.5, has 14, and Illinois is on top of Ohio State. Burson back in the ball game.
They got back with lots of patience.
Francis, little jump hook, and we're tied at 55.
Good inside move by Francis. Seals the defense off really well, protects the ball. Here's the 3-quarter trap, number 32 at the point. They split them. See, that's what you want to do against that point. Then you want to have someone post up right in the middle of the floor.
Bardo got it to Weisinger, just beat the 10-second count.
I'm really impressed with Bardo. He's got a lot of poise on a floor. See, he's an excellent passer. He made that happen.
Altenberger for 3.
Bardo's size made that happen by throwing the pass right over the top of the defense.
They've hit, I believe, 3 straight three-pointers, and Illinois has taken the lead 58-55.
3 years they've been training for one race and one goal: to bring home the cup. Budweiser is proud to have sponsored Dennis Conner and the crew of the Stars and Stripes in their quest to bring the America's Cup home from Australia.
A long way from home, but you're not alone, 'cause your country's hopes are sailing with you. You make America work, and this fight's for you.
Huyakalea Mumu. Behold the Isuzu Pup, the lowest priced truck in America. About $6. Buy a pup now and you can get 3.9% financing or 500 pounds of bananas. Why, I saved enough money to buy this island and all the fish. Penumeli Kiki Bobo.
Hurry, 3.9% financing or $500 rebate offer ends soon.
Okay. We've got 6 minutes and 9 seconds left to go from St. John Arena, Columbus, Ohio, and it's Illinois over Ohio State by 3. And the three-point shot has really made a difference in the last few minutes. Illinois, even though they're hitting 5 out of 10, have made their last 3. Ohio State hitting 4 out of 7. On the season, by the way, Illinois is shooting 46.9% from three-point range, which really adds to your argument that it might be a little bit too short.
Well, I promise not to get on a sermon about it, Mike. I speak out later in the second game about some rule changes I think can bring some excitement to the game. But, you know, the three-point players, we've talked about it time and time again. Right now, with those last 3 possessions, scoring 9 points, Ohio State would need 5 of the 2-point variety to be able to offset it.
That's right. Can really change the score in a hurry.
There's a zone defense right now by Illinois. Lou Henson does a solid job on the sideline. He's an excellent bench coach. His kids are well prepared both offensively and defensively.
Hobson has been silent for a while.
2-3 zone. They're struggling offensively. They can't get the shot out of their offense that they really want, and that's a credit to the Illini defensively.
Hamilton and Weisinger have done the job for Illinois in the second half. They have 21 points between them.
And this kid's done the job in a very silent way. Steve Bardo, out of Carbondale High School, Carbondale, Illinois.
Norman scores his first bucket in a long, long time. He has 5 points.
And what a big, big bucket by Kenny Norman, the All-American. Great players have a way of rising when the game is on the line, and I believe he's that kind of guy.
Hobson would have counted for 3. Instead, it's a rebound to Altenberger.
Altenberger very intelligently backs it out, going to use some clock.
Gary Williams wanted to get Burson back out there to give some pressure on Bardo.
Bardo and Hamilton kept Illinois in his game when it was struggle city. Look at Bardo, 6'5". He's not fancy and flashy.
Got a whistle away from the ball and a foul on John Anderson.
Norman, look at him locking inside right now. Good hands. They cleared aside so Burson can't give help. They try to double him up. Spinning baseline jumper. Excellent post-up player.
This is Hamilton back in. 19 points on the night for Hamilton.
He played at Providence St. Mel. That was a Class A school, not Class AA, the smallest division, and was the player of the year in that division.
4:46 to go in the game. Illinois trying to get some breathing room. They lead Ohio State 60-55.
You know, I've played a lot of roles as an actor, from a cop to a country singer. But in real life, I don't play roles. I do what works for me, whether it's my clothes or my credit card. And I don't carry my MasterCard for show. I carry it because it gives me all the possibilities and leaves the choosing to me. Possibilities and personal choice. That works for me. MasterCard. I choose it because I use it. MasterCard. Master the possibilities.
It's all in the imagination.
Here's Curtis Wilson. Now he's going to drive right into the seam of the zone, which is the best way to penetrate. Now he goes right into the seam. Freeze it. Here's a seam. Now notice number 10, Weisinger. He's by the foul lane. Hobson's at the top of the circle. And freeze it. See, Weisinger very intelligently steps right into the passing lane, so Wilson can't throw it out to Hobson, and now he's caught up in the air. A tremendous defensive play by Weisinger by stepping into the passing lane. Here comes the crowd. The crowd's been solid.
Let's give some credit to Illinois. We've talked about that three-point shot. They've done a good job against Hobson. He's been stuck on that 17-point mark for a long time. And here's a young man second in the scoring in the country, averaging 29.9.
Defense has been a trademark of Lou Henson's basketball teams. The years he's been at Illinois, they've been very consistent on a defensive end. The crowd finally wakes up. They need a little help here. A basket here can really hurt.
Ohio State really needing the support. They're down by 5 with 4:39 to go.
And they rotate out of their zone into a man-to-man, which should free Norman. See, right now they should go and isolate and go to Norman.
He's got it, guarded by Anderson.
He's got a post inside.
Hamilton, who's had the big night, has his 21st point.
Hamilton said, Dick Vitale, stop talking about Norman. I'm the star tonight. I am the king of hoops.
He is right now, 62-55, Illinois over Ohio State.
Now they sit in that 2-3 zone.
The Buckeyes may have to go to that three-pointer pretty soon. Working hard inside, throwing up a prayer as Francis wanted the foul. Didn't get it, and then it's committed by Anderson.
Gary Williams' club has done a poor job in execution offensively in the last 3 or 4 minutes. They have not done a good job of ball movement, player movement, and they haven't gotten the ball into the hands of their big-time scorer, Hobson, at the right situation.
Gary Williams was not yelling at the official. He was yelling at his players, wanting them to run the right plays. Norman trapped.
There goes the trap. That's it. You don't want to be there.
Ohio State's ball, as they did a great job trapping Norman. He went up in the air, and once he was up, he was caught. He came down with it.
That's the coffin corner, though, Mike. You don't want to go into that position against a trap. Not a good play by Norman. He's up in the air. He falls out of bounds. Walk-in violation when he comes down with the ball.
This could be a big turnover. Ohio State needs the points. Hobson.
They got to take advantage of an opportunity. Hobson's got to shoot it right over the defense.
15-footer, got it. He has 19, and they've cut the lead to 5.
Here comes the tough pressure. They're anticipating that reverse pass.
Bardo gets it across, has a 3-on-2 break. And Norman had the good shot, but couldn't control the ball.
Fundamentally very solid by Bardo, throwing that legit solid bounce pass. Didn't leave his feet.
Altenberger.
See, they're getting pretty good ball movement. Now they're stationary. See, they're going to the hot guy. They know Hamilton's hot. Right now, I think Mr. Norman is due to score a deuce.
Shot clock's down to 7. It's at 4. Altenberger gets it inside. Hamilton at the 1 and hit it.
Holy cow. Excellent execution. They used the entire clock. He's having a career tonight in one night. I mean, Hamilton is having an absolute career.
He has 23 points, averages 11.4. Burson had the three-pointer, passed on it, took one for 2.
He likes to shoot that jump shot off the dribble. He's got an excellent dribble move.
Here comes Weisinger, 3-on-3. Loose ball stolen by Hobson, and he fell out of bounds, and Bardo got it back. That's a tough break for the Buckeyes, and Wilson commits the foul.
Bardo under control at all times. Lots of poise on the floor.
The foul is on number 10, Curtis Wilson.
Here goes Hobson. He hustles after the loose ball. He loses his balance. That's the second time he slipped like that tonight. And there's Bardo. And then he keeps the ball looking for the open guy. And now they're going to reach in. They're going to foul him.
On the bench is Jerry Francis. White is back in the ball game for Ohio State.
Ohio State's moving in a positive direction. They got some great players next year coming here. Craig Lee, one of the top 10 players in America, according to Bob Gibbons, scouting service. Eli Brewster from out of Worley High School in Columbus, Ohio, a tremendous penetrating guard. Grady Mateen is eligible next year.
Georgetown.
6'11". They're counting on Grady. They said he's really improved in practice.
Bardo, 68% free throw shooter, hit the front end. And makes the second.
He's been solid. You're going to look at the point totals tomorrow. It's not going to be impressive, but Steve Bartow's been a solid floor leader.
6-point game, each possession becoming more dramatic for Ohio State. Hobson with a tough shot under pressure. Won't go. Rebound, Illinois. 2:13 left.
Never had any rhythm to that shot. Picked up his dribble. It was a forced shot.
Weisinger is picked up by Burson. Illinois gets the ball across the 10-second line and has a timeout to talk about it with 2:06.
Dennis Hobson really has to get a little bit more of an isolated situation, but it's so difficult. The defenses are really packing. They know where he is on the floor, and it's very difficult for Gary Williams to be able to get him free for the kind of shot that they would like to get him.
Next, right after this ball game, 10th ranked Georgetown against number 19 St. John's. That's, of course, live from Madison Square Garden. Always a war when those two teams get together. But the Big East has really been a surprise. Who's at the top? Providence.
Well, Providence with Ricky Pitino's gang doing an outstanding job. They got a tremendous, I think, backcourt, especially with a three-point play with Delray Brooks, a former Big Ten player, and Billy Donovan. If you look at a kid from wire to wire, from when he entered college, out of high school, he is the most improved player in America. And the last time those two teams played, it was a blowout. Georgetown dominated St. John's. And tonight it'll be an interesting matchup. Willie Glass, an all-Rambo defender. Can he stop Reggie Williams?
I don't think anybody can stop Reggie Williams. Here's what Ohio State may have to resort to. The three-point play, and as you see, Hobson has taken almost 3 times as many as anyone else, and he is the only one who is above 40% from that three-point line.
He's the guy they certainly want to spot up and shape up to get free for it. And they're going to have to do a little bit of that right now because it's trouble city right here in Columbus.
You would think that Burson, with his great shooting touch, would have a better percentage than that. Maybe it's because he hasn't taken that many shots.
I think it could be strength, upper body strength. I don't believe he's strong enough. He likes to put the ball to the deck and shoot that ball off the dribble.
Well, he's not even in there right now. Gary Williams has taken him out in favor of Kip Lomax, who is quicker on defense. Lomax, number 3.
He may rotate offensive, defensive substitution.
It's almost gotten like football. Yeah. Ahead to Norman. Norman with a jam and he gets the foul.
Where have you been, Kenny Norman? The snake uncoils and takes it to the goal. Woo, baby.
7 points for Norman. Big, big play there, and he comes down limping.
Here he goes. Credit this assist. Look at the legs. Crane High School, Chicago, Illinois. Went to JC. Takes it up, and he jams that baby. Credit that goal and give an assist to Lou Henson. It was really set up during a timeout. He did a tremendous job, Henson, of designing that play during that timeout.
John Anderson is fouled out of the ball game. Picks up his 5th with 2:04 left. And they'll have to get Jerry Francis back in the ball game. 7 points for Ken Norman, who averages 21.8 points a game. His low this year has been 11. He has never failed to be in double figures.
Anderson fouling out. You know, I'm looking at their stats right now, and I look at Illinois. They lost overtime on a road to Purdue in a heartbreaker. Right. They lost overtime to Iowa at home, and they lost to Indiana at Indiana by 3. They have Indiana out of Champaign, and that's going to be a big, big battle when Mr. Knight, the general, brings in the Hoosiers out at the Champaign.
Yes, sir. Norman trying to get the free throw, give his club a 10-point lead, and does.
He made 2 big baskets when they really needed them. That one is set up during a timeout, and one previous. As we look at the shot clock.
Hobson for 3. Rebound to Weisinger. And Ohio State's in trouble.
He's going to back it out. They're in big, big trouble right here, right now.
1:45 left to go in the game. 10-point lead. And Curtis Wilson really made a mistake. He just reached out and grabbed Weisinger by the hips and couldn't understand why he got a 2-shot intentional foul.
I'll tell you what, if that wasn't intentional, Mike, you got yourself a biggest scoop around in basketball.
14 points for Weisinger. Good-looking point guard, great against the press.
He really gives you a great shooter from the perimeter. He's excellent against the pressure defense.
Has 7 assists tonight. Hits the second of 2 free throws. 70-59. Illinois with a lead. Ohio State needs to fire up those 3-pointers. Wilson. Hobson. Double pump. They wanted a whistle, didn't get it. And we've got a foul inside.
We certainly haven't seen tremendous play tonight out of Hobson or Ken Norman. You can see the world of potential both players possess, but the defenses have done a tremendous job neutralizing, I really believe, both guys.
Hobson got off to a quick start, and Norman barely got started. Still really hasn't cranked it up to his level, certainly.
Altenberger, when they rotated him on Hobson, I really believe that negated some of his great one-on-one ability. He hasn't played him for the entire game as you look at Hobson, an intense competitor.
Well, Altenberger has been able to do a brilliant defensive job. 2 years ago, the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year before he was hurt. Whoever he's on has a tough night.
He didn't guard him exclusively here tonight, though, Mike, but just enough, I really believe, to put him under control and to contain him.
I agree with you.
And we talked about how it was mandatory for them to contain Hobson if they were going to get a chance to win. As we look at number 22, Doug Altenberger.
50-year senior. Second free throw is good. Bardo scores again at 72-59. Bad pass hit White right in the head. They get it down to Weisinger to Norman for the jam.
Oh, yeah. Pile it up now. He's calm, cool, and collective. He initially verbally said he was going to go to Wisconsin for the late Bill Cofield, who passed away, and then decided to go to junior college and then transfer to Illinois.
Here's a block inside by Norman. We've got the foul on Altenberger before the block. Now, people are going to pick up the paper tomorrow morning and look at this final score and figure that Illinois blew out Ohio State at home. It's been nothing like that, though.
It hasn't been a blowout. Certainly, Ohio State looked like they were in command early in the game. Weren't they plus by about 13 early?
That's they were way up. And Gary Williams had him pressing and running the fast break.
See, it gets tough for Gary now. I really believe his hopes for an NCAA. He has an outside shot as the 16, but he's got to win at home. He has to beat Michigan and Michigan State on this floor and beat the likes of Wisconsin and Northwestern. I believe he's got to win 18, 19 games with their schedule, and he'll be in the NCAA.
Wilson hits the first free throw.
They got
the second.
They got 13 in the bank right now, Ohio State, and they're certainly one of the top 64 teams in America.
Trying to beat the 10-second count and do. And the foul is going to go on Curtis Wilson. That's his fourth.
They say right now, late in the game, the rules committee, Ed Stites and his people, if you're going for the basketball, it's a one-on-one. But if you're not going for the ball, they want point of emphasis on the officials to blow the intentional foul.
Stay with us, because right after this ball game, you've got Georgetown St. John's live from Madison Square Garden.
I want to go down there and join that crew. I'm going to get on the first jet out of here, and I just want to sit there and watch John Thompson. Maybe they've got a Concord set outside. I can go see Thompson and Carnesecca.
I think the Concord only comes to Columbus on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Only when they're going to deliver some running back who's about 6'3", 220, and runs about a 4.4.
75-61, the 14th ranked Illini in command now, and Norman now in with a dozen. He only had 3 at the half until well into the second half.
He was very passive early in the game.
Hobson for 3, won't go.
It's not a Dennis Hobson night.
Ahead to Norman.
Help the stats a little more.
And Illinois just padding the score right now. And we've got a timeout called by Gary Williams, who sees things really getting away from his ball club with 43 seconds left.
He's also getting on the official. It's a reminder for them for a future game that he's a little unhappy. But right now, I don't think he has a legit gripe. I think he's really frustrated. He's very disappointed. He thought he had a great shot to get a W here. I'm a great fan of Gary, but really right now, he doesn't have a legitimate argument.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what he's upset about, but take a look at your Ditka team.
Well, there's all the intense guys, the General Bob Knight. Maybe he wants to move up to #1, Williams. But Katie and Williams and Massimino and Heathcote, those guys are just some of the real intense people, like Mr. Ditka on the sideline with the Chicago Bears.
I tell you, you named that team correctly. You're all Mike Ditka. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody that is quite as intense as the Chicago Bears head coach.
They better be good to him up in Chi-Town, or he's going to say bye-bye and go elsewhere, because he's getting a little upset. They got rid of his friend. As we look at Illinois' next 5, they got 3 wins in a row before they play Iowa and Purdue. Henson saying, Vitale, it's not automatic at Minnesota. Oh, wow. Michigan, Michigan State. Then he's got Wisconsin, Northwestern. He's got to win 4 of those 5. He wins 4 of those 5 with his 13 in the bank already. They'll have a shot for an NCAA berth.
And we've got the Michigan State game next Monday night right here on ESPN. Dick Vitale and yours truly, Mike Patrick. Hope you'll be with us for that. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and stay tuned for St. John's and Georgetown immediately following this one.
Mike, always a pleasure. You give me a lot of AT air time. You're really beautiful to work for.
I didn't know what AT was.
I feel bad that you get paid by the word, and working with me, getting paid by the word, you're starving.
I get it with a roll of quarters. 41 seconds left. Jumper partially blocked. Loose ball out of bounds.
Hey, what about North Carolina? As we right now look at a very fierce Mr. Williams, they got to get Kenny Smith back, or there's no national championship in blue heaven without him.
Certainly not the same team without Kenny Smith, who was probably the best point guard in the country.
Tigger
Phelps gets it ahead to Gill. And the layup.
It's just transition basketball. Tigger Phelps' kid showed a lot of poise, though, to come back, and they're tough in a big game like that at Convocation Center.
Yeah. Hobson for 3. Lost his shooting touch. Oh, a lot of contact underneath. Kuyava really getting slashed at.
If Kuyava can develop to give him some quality minutes, they then can become a good club. You know, we talked about Illinois. Look, he's smiling. He's happy, Mr. Henson. Norman doesn't look happy. Come on, Kenny, smile. You got the W. He doesn't look happy at all, Mike.
No, he doesn't. His team's up by 19 now. They struggled early. And Illinois is going to win its 16th game, its 6th in the conference. There's a good look at Ken Norman.
Come on, Kenny, give us a smile. You're a superstar. He's got the gold chains he wears inside.
You're allowed to smile after the coaches come down and shaking hands with everybody, aren't you?
Yeah, you should smile. I'll tell you one thing. What a club next year. Marcus Liberty is a version of Magic Johnson coming in out of high school. Kenny Battle is a dunking machine, a transfer from Northern Illinois. Nick Anderson's a mini version of Adrian Dantley. And Lou Henson had the audacity to cry to me with that kind of talent waiting in the wings.
Wilson scores at the other end with 7 seconds to go and then makes the interception. Tries it for 3. A line driver won't make it. Hobson with a follow. But that's the last chance Illinois will get. Or last chance Ohio State will get, and Illinois will win it 82-65 here in Columbus after the Buckeyes put up a heck of a battle early.
Illinois gets it untracked late. Weisinger, Altenberger with a 3-point plays are really big. Bardo does a tremendous job in giving them leadership. And Norman then, late at the game, came up with some big, big scores inside. Now it's time to get ready for rock and roll time. John Saunders with a happy birthday is celebrating his 21st birthday. And it's Luke Hornacek time in the Garden against John Thompson.
Final score here, Illinois 82, Ohio State 65. Let's go back to our studios in Bristol and John Saunders.
21st birthday, obviously they haven't seen my driver's license. Illinois against Ohio State. Ohio State had the 9-point lead at the half, but the Illini came out flying in the second half, and they win it. 82-65 is the final.